All right, Audrey, you want to get started?
Sure. So hi, everyone. My name is Audrey Hasagawa. I am one of the customer success managers here at Luma. Welcome to our office hour today. Today, we'll be talking about styling and fonts and how you can use some of our current features within your Luma account to navigate and share custom branding to make it easier for your patient's web experience. So today's agenda, we're going to go through introductions, what is custom styling, the custom styling logo, fonts, branding, and then best practices for using your custom styling. Cotter, my colleague, will show you how to go through step-by-step how to set up custom styling. So make sure to bring your brand, your colors, and your logo with you for today. So like I said, my name is Audrey Hasagawa. I'm one of the customer success managers. I'll let Cotter introduce himself.
Hey guys, my name is Cotter Kapadia and I'm an implementation manager here at Luma Health, and I'll be helping Audrey here today.
All right, great. So what is custom styling? Custom styling is to match your branding. So with Luma, you now have the ability to custom style your patient web experience to match your organization's brand. This includes logo, fonts, and color. And with Luma Health's custom styling tool, this will help you to be able to have a bigger impact in terms of matching your organization's brand, along with doing this with your online scheduler, your website, so that your patients in their secure portal have a bigger impact in terms of the UI. This is already available within Luma's platform, and it's available free under your UI under the styling tab. So custom styling allows for any published changes within the custom styling tool. This will automatically update on the patient's web experience. So this affects online scheduler, mobile patient intake, secure chat, and feedback surveys. So this means that your patients will see your logo along with the colors, style, and branding whenever they receive any information from your organization. How this works is that when you go into the styling tool, you can go and select your logo. Logo files should be 328 by 42 in either a JPEG, a GIF, or a PNG file format. The max size for this can be 10 MB. Next, after selecting your logo, you can select the fonts. So this will be the fonts matching your branding. You can easily select this font by viewing examples of the text and then see how that will be displayed on the patient website. So you can select the font along with the font sizes. After selecting font, you can select the color. For colors, you can select primary, secondary, or tertiary colors, and the header and the content background can match your logo. So these changes can be made in the tool to automatically update how they look so that it matches for your patient web experience. As a pro tip, make sure to reset, you can reset the Luma Health logos as a saved draft and then publish the new look and feel for the patient experience. This will update all patient web interactions with Luma Health automatically. And with that, do you guys have any questions or answers? All right. Well, if you have any questions and answers, we'll be here for the full 30 minutes. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Cotter to show you how to set it up step by step.
Sure, thank you. All right, so I'm going to hop over to my account here, which is set up for Hayes Valley Health. So this is your traditional Luma dashboard where you have your activity feed when you first get into the product. So in order to get into the styling menu, you're going to click on this top right here and click on settings. And then on the left pane over here, you'll see the styling option. So you click on the styling option, and going through the steps that Audrey just highlighted in the deck, the first step is uploading the logo. So, the key thing to note here is you want to have an aspect ratio of 8:1 so that the logo looks optimal on the site. With that being said, you just click on select from computer, and I'm going to select the file from my desktop, and I select the file, it pulls it into here, and you can see that there's a preview of the logo here. The next step is going to be selecting the font. So you can select whichever font fits your branding. So in this case, I'm just selecting this font here for my example. And then lastly, you're going to select the color scheme. So with this color scheme, you can input the hexadecimal values for the HTML colors that your marketing team may have. So for example, for my primary color, I'm using this green. For my secondary color, I will use this color. It's a grayish color. And then for my content background, I will use this one. So just this also highlights one key thing to note is keeping your content background applies to the whole page. So if you don't like the look of having a contrast color here, we would typically recommend that you keep it a super light or a super either a white or a super light color, so that your text doesn't look strange on the web page. But for the purposes of this demo, I will keep it like this. And also the other thing to note here is that you do not want to keep any of your primary or your tertiary colors to be a grayish color that will look like the button is grayed out when a patient tries to click on it. It's because then it'll look strange for UI. Maggie, I don't know if you're on. Do you recall which one is the one that we recommend not to keep the gray?
It's the primary button.
The primary. Okay. Yep. Okay. So yeah, just make sure your primary is not like a grayish tone, so that it'll look misleading to the patient. All right. So I'm going to just go ahead and hit save draft here, and I'm going to publish it. So now when I publish it, it is now published to the site and is now going to reflect in everywhere that the branding will show. So I'm going to show you how it looks in the forms. So going over feature controls, forms, I'm going to preview one of these demo forms that I have. And so you can see now the whole website looks looks and feels like the branding that we just set up. So if I click on start here, you can see like the fields have the font is in that the font style that I selected. The buttons have the appropriate color scheme, and my logo is reflected up here in the top left corner. And this is going to be consistent across both the desktop experience as well as the mobile. That's pretty much it for getting set up with the styling piece. Any questions that you guys have there? Okay, I don't see any questions in.
So at this time, we invite you to be able to try this out for yourselves. If anyone wants to volunteer, we can go through a step-by-step to walk you through for uploading your logo, changing your fonts and your colors, and then making sure that we can check this out on the website. All right, so I see a couple attendees going through. So why don't we start with Ted? Ted, I know that you said that you need help with starting with your form. So Ted, I am going to make you a co-host so that you can share your screen.
So Shauna just asked if you can save the draft as a preview before hitting publish. Yes, the answer, you can save your work in progress and you don't have to necessarily publish it at the same time. So you can work on it, preview it, and then once you're ready to publish, that's when you can hit publish.
One second, I'm just configuring our settings so that we can allow Ted to share his screen. All right, Cotter, would you be able to go into Ted's account? It's the Fromer Eye Center. He just wants to be able to see if he can view his forms.
Okay, sure. 1 second.
Hi, this is Jen. I am a product manager here at Luma Health. I didn't have the right audio access, but thanks whoever from the team gave me the right access. So there's a couple of comments in the chat about being able to extend your brand to emails. And while there are multiple different avenues that we're looking at for the future for brand extension and like including logos and at the base of emails. One thing that you can do today is email mask through a domain that's set up at your clinic. So if you reach out to your CSM, they can get you in contact with a TSC and can set this up. There's a setting in the product that allows your email domain to be listed in the from line for emails that get sent out to the patient. So it's a little bit easier for patients to recognize that the email is coming from your clinic. But if there are ideas that folks have of how we could help improve brand extension through patient messaging or even things like referrals or other types of documentation, we would love the feedback as it's something we would like to make enhancements on in the future.
Okay, great. So I am in the Fromer Eye Center account now, Audrey.
All right, and I think Ted had wanted to see what the forms look like.
Yep. So if you have more questions about building forms, you can certainly reach out to your CSM and our technical support engineers will be able to help you as well with getting form setup completed. But you know, it looks like you do have a test form in here that just has 3 choices here. But if you were to set up branding and you click on the three dots here and you click on preview, your branding or the styling elements will get reflected on this page. And so this is another way for you to kind of preview your work. Cool. All right. Did we have any volunteers that wanted to walk through this and we could kind of help you do it in real time?
If anyone wants to volunteer, feel free to drop the name of your organization in the chat and Cotter and I can help walk you through how to do it.
Yes, so Karen, you're asking about the colors. So here, if you're in the styling section, you can kind of preview what the different options will look like, where the colors would reflect. So, you know, like I guess I'm not sure if we have a full list of where all these buttons come into play in terms of the form, but these are what the buttons would look like with the colors. Maggie, do you know if we have is there a list of like which type of button shows on what screen? I don't know if we necessarily have that on hand right now.
No, I don't believe so. Like if it's specifically around the buttons.
Okay.
Karen, can you clarify? Are you asking about where the buttons show or just where the different colors used in styling will show? Okay, good. And then Cotter, if you scroll up a little bit on the page, then everyone can see how a little bit higher at the top, it lists out that it will show on the scheduler, the mobile intake forms, insurance, the patient secure chat, as well as feedback surveys.
Okay. Cool.
Great. So if we don't have any volunteers for doing the live demonstration for actually setting up your account, after this seminar, we will send out the deck along with the recording, and then we'll send out a helpful article just for walking you step by step for going through the logos. So does anyone else have any other questions that we can answer at this time?
Audrey and Kader, we have one question.
Yeah, Shauna, so I see that you're asking about updating the sender name. So you can certainly, if you just open a support ticket, our support engineers will be able to certainly help you with that. That's the best way to get that. I don't know that we have a guide for it because it's really all the setup is done on the Luma end to be able to support that. So if you want to just open a support ticket, we'll be happy to help you there.
All right. Oh, it looks like we have one more question. Do we have sessions like this that'll tell us how to create forms? So I know that we have a previous office hour that was dedicated for intake forms. I'm happy to send that to you afterwards, Gina. If you don't mind dropping your email, I will drop you the office hour that we had around forms.
All right, if there are no more questions, then we can wrap this up. We are going to share with you the recording of the session along with the slides that Audrey presented. And for more questions, please feel free to reach out to your CSMs. Thank you for joining and have a great day.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye.